Let's get some trader talk now from Brian Stutland. He's a founder of Equity Armor Investments. Great to have you here. And I know you're watching the technicals in the market. Do you think we're going to see a significant drop lower at some point? Or do you think we've already seen the worst?
Well, Angie, last week we talked about some of the fundamentals that were very bearish in nature to this market. But if you're a bull, we have seen something sort of change over the last week. And you talked about those technicals that would indicate that maybe we're not actually going to go see those lows again. There were some pieces out on the internet and Twitter and whatnot, posted by some pretty big names, showing that if a market has entered a bear market, and bear market means that it's gone down 20% from its highs or more, that once it retraces 50% back up, it never goes back down to the lows again. So certainly that's bullish in nature, because guess what? On Friday, Angie, the market's closed above that 50% retracement. So things look up and up for things right now. Now, I will caution, there's a couple times, Angie, where those things didn't work out. 2001, we actually did see the markets go down. It got down almost 20%, retraced for 2 days above the 50% retracement, and then collapsed. But it wasn't quite a bear market yet till later on in 2002, 2003. 2008, very similar in nature, almost got to the 50% retracement, about 49% retracement. And then we know what happened in the last half of 2008 with the market. So be a little cautious, but definitely some technicals that show more to the upside.
Walmart and Home Depot are among the big retailers reporting earnings this week. What's critical to you?
Well, yeah, definitely some big retail numbers to keep an eye on if the consumer is still keeping pace. We obviously got a great jobs number a couple weeks ago, and so that looks like that will probably continue to fuel the consumer to move forward. You know, when I look at the VIX and the volatility of this market, one interesting thing is yesterday we basically saw the insurers who buy options to insure their portfolio. They took that insurance off even though the market was down. So we saw the VIX go down, the market go down. That's typically a sign of a bull sign to the upside. So I expect some pretty good news from these retailers this week. If we don't get that, then maybe we see that reversal and trickle lower in the market. So keep an eye on some of those retail numbers, because that'll be a key if this sort of push through that 50% retracement that I talked about can continue to lift to the upside.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Brian.
Thank you.
Go to businessfirstam.com for where to see our show on TV.